2023 on EA Sports. And we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Hawks and the Niners, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He's coming off a back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Smith going to look to throw right away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. First carry here for Kenneth Walker to 3rd. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now it's 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes the 7th play in this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Smith. complete.
I want to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
That good for 22 and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Uses the stiff arm. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The kick by Gold is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can bring things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Now Geno on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry of the ball game for DJ Dallas. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A shotgun snap for Smith. Incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 66 yards. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 for the Niners there to first down. After 7-3 to score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Purdy. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Tariq Woolen in on the stop.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 17, Purdy. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel from 17 yards out. And the 49ers are once again back in front. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith going right back to Fant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Smith. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's the 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 for the Niners there to 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Throws quickly, and he's got George Kittle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Purdy sets up to throw again. That's caught by Jennings. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Purdy. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
You throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. There's Tyler Lockett and the rest of his Seattle teammates coming out for the next possession. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He completes this to Walker. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. And that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He's got it to Treadwell. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
From the third team now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Smith to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Toward the pylon, caught. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Myers' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Taking it about the 1. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Seahawks in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on the secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just...
He's got him in, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big gain of 31 on third down.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Purdy looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
The kick by Gold is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long...
And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Walker, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 114 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Tanner Muse leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And this is caught. Jennings. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. This is McCaffrey on the give. And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the fourth quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
Right back to him on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Purdy now to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 11. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. How about corner Kobe Bryant coming in to make the sack?
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
The kick by Gold is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Smith. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
2nd and 10, Smith again. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. This is Dallas, an inside handoff. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. It's caught by Treadwell. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. And Smith's throw into the hands of Fan. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play. And they got it right there, partner.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field states...
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. There's the stiff arm. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So the victory here for San Francisco. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say, if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them this one is now planted.